home of the Chicago Cubs with Wrigley Field tours, which include visits to the press box, clubhouses, dugouts, and a chance to step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses a century of history. Wrigley Field tours are offered on both game days and non-game days, so visit Cubs.com/tours to book yours today. So some fun facts on Wrigley Field and Fenway Park. Weigman Park opened a couple of years after this venerable building did in 1912. A little larger capacity. Got the Ivy in Chicago, the Green Monster here. But similarities, Babe Ruth played on both fields, played for the Red Sox. The manual scoreboards, you got to like that. The Green Monster was constructed actually 1934, was not called the Green Monster until much later, and it wasn't actually green until 1947.
Spelled monster wrong. Monstah. Green Monster. There used to be a berm here in Fenway Park too. There's a little hill out there, left field. Here comes the smartest man in baseball, Craig Breslow. For the 28th time, he's 2-2 with a .439. Went to Yale, majored in, I don't know, molecular
biophysics and biochemistry.
Yeah. That's what it was.
He knows what BABIP is. He studies it.
Yeah. Sporting News or somebody a couple of years back named him the smartest person in baseball, maybe the smartest athlete, period.
0-2. All right, give us kind of an idea of what's going on in the Cubs dugout. It's not a big dugout here at Fenway Park.
Yeah, well, it just depends on what normally goes on with Jake Arrieta and how, typically at this stage of a no-hit game, teammates are going to keep their distance. With a lot of pitchers, they do anyway. So I'm just going to kick back there, stretch out, be alone with his thoughts. Some guys in his position would rather engage their teammates if that's what they normally do. Whatever your routine is, that's what you try to do. The hardest thing to do is maintain that hitter-by-hitter mindset that you've carried to this point in the ball game.
Fly ball to center. Betts still going back, and he's got it.
The good news for Jake is he's gaining experience at this.
Yeah, it's kind of like the job interview. He became a finalist and just missed out his last time around, and now he's getting a little closer. Instead of Final Four, he's now Final Two, maybe, right? Waiting for that phone call. Sweeney, 1 for 3. Now, I talked to Chris Coughlin, who just made the out. He did not know that Jake had a perfect game. He only found out after the base hit to break it up. I think, for outfielders, it's maybe a little less nerve-wracking because you're not involved in every play.
Yeah, that is obviously plausible, and it happened. A little bit surprising. Normally, you think everybody on the club at that late stage of the ball game would kind of become aware of it.
To Sweeney. We're doing the wave here at Fenway Park. We know how a lot of fans at Wrigley Field feel about it. They don't like it at all. Apparently there's a segment of fans here at Fenway who don't mind it a bit. 3-2. Maybe this is their break up the no rain dance. I don't know.
Maybe it's we haven't had a hit all night. We're kind of bored.
Red Sox have not been no hit here since 1958. Jim Bunning of the Tigers as Sweeney takes the walk. Here comes Rizzo. Did you know, Jim Lachey's, that Dave Moorhead and the Red Sox on September 16th, 1965, no-hit the Cleveland Indians in front of 1,247 fans.
Wow.
In exactly 2 hours here at Fenway. Those were opponents hitting the Red Sox here at Fenway Park. We mentioned Walter Johnson earlier. Regards to the Yankees. Bounced foul by Rizzo.
Ted Lyons had a great career. Walter Johnson, of course, one of the best ever. George Mogridge. I'm not familiar with George. Dave, what was the date again? September 20 what? For Moorhead?
Let me look again.
Sounds like a possible last day of the year kind of thing.
Rizzo out on strikes. September 16th.
Oh, 16th. Okay.
1965. 2 away here in the 8th.
Rizzo rung up on a very questionable pitch, off-speed pitch down, but from Jake Arrieta's point of view and everybody watching this game's point of view, if that's a strike and it continues to be a strike, that's good news.
Here's a pitch to Castro. It's in there. Over below.
Breslow debuted with the Padres in 2005. After being a 26th-round pick of them. Second year of a 2-year deal. He's the first Yalie to reach the big league since Ron Darling did back in the 80s.
Sweeney at first. He walked a couple of batters ago. It's 1-2 on Castro. Big leg kick by Breslow, and the pitch is in.
Cutter in perhaps to set up that changeup, which appears to be his go-to pitch. Or maybe he'll decide to double up in there. He's going with the latter. Oh, literally. Red Sox playing pretty straight, don't they? They're not doing a lot of shifting.
In the dirt on ball 4. Sweeney's going to stay at second.
Starlin took that one like he knew it was coming. Arrieta wouldn't mind another run or two to work with. Get into the groove he's in. You don't want to sit in that dugout for too long and risk getting out of rhythm. But if you've got a 3 or 4 run lead and you feel like tiptoeing around a given hitter, you can afford to do that. But 2-run ball game, you tiptoe around a hitter, you get the tying run to home plate.
Juan Nieves, pitching coach of the Red Sox. By the way, Greg Colburn, their hitting coach, had been hospitalized earlier this month with bleeding near the brain, but is back with the club. So that's great news. Edward Mujica up in the Red Sox bullpen. A 1-0 pitch. Now 2 balls, no strikes to Valbuena. In the air, deep right, looks like it will be playable. Caught right in front of the barrier by Holt. Don't go anywhere. Arrieta in the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Cubs.